Good evening. I am Prophet Kiana with a prophetic message, guys. And today's prophetic message is titled, I heard sacrifice. I heard sacrifice. So Holy Spirit guide me to release this prophetic message. Guide me and lead me to release everything that needs to be spoken. Block my mouth from speaking anything that is not intended to be in this prophetic message. Guide me until I'm sure. Allow my mind to be open to receive everything that needs to be released through this time prophetic message. What's up, everybody? So I received this message on 2/9/25. And so I began to receive it as I was worshiping today. And what I began to hear is about how a mother sacrificed for her child. So I began to hear this. How a mother sacrificed for her child. When you sacrifice for your child, all you get is a thank you. But see, when you sacrifice for a man that don't even deserve you, doesn't even appreciate you, you get nothing in return. But see, when you sacrifice to God, what you need to sacrifice, what you need to give up for Him. See, you receive good and perfect gifts. So you need to have that relationship. Because just like how Job was tested, with his children being taken, what you gotta understand is, you gotta have a relationship with God. You gotta become a servant of God. So when you go through that test, when you might go through a loss of losing your child, you might experience something else where you have to go through losing a loved one, that you know that you'll have God there because you surrendered, because you sacrificed your life to Him, because you gave it up all for Him, that you know that God will never leave you nor forsake you. See, just like how Job was tested, he lost everything. He was questioning things. He went through it, but he came out bigger and better because he waited on God. He still served. He still worshiped. He still prayed with sickness upon him, with death upon him, with things being taken from him that God provided for him. But God gave him back more. See, what you got to understand, you sacrificed in everything for everybody else, but not to the one who you need to sacrifice to, who you need to sacrifice and give up things for. To be connected to God. To be a servant of God. You know that He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will never hurt you. Yes, you're going to be tested. Yes, you're going to go through some battles. But guess what? You're built for it. Just like you go through things throughout the world. All those terrible relationships. Back and forth with that same person that been draining you. Ain't building you up, just tearing you down. Taking. Ain't adding no value to your life. But see, with God, He add value to your life. He clean you up. He wash you up like you ain't went through nothing. He'll present you in a better place. Looking better than what everybody left you for. Because people are temporary. That goes for your family. That goes for your kids. Because God is a jealous God. can't give people too much love. God does not like that. When you loving somebody else more than him, that's a problem. He's a jealous God. Things happen for a reason. That toxic relationship is for a reason. You was never meant to be in it. But you keep going back to it, recycling the same old thing, recycling the same old thing, getting back in that same old thing, receiving those same old people, but different clothing, different faces. You're trying to sacrifice your life to other people. Sacrifice things for other people. Give your all to everybody else. But the one you need to give it to, the one you need to sacrifice it to, that you know that God will be with you in everything. He will guide you every step of the way of your journey. Because you go through that loss of losing your child. You go through that loss of losing your parents. You go through that loss. Your parents can't help you get to heaven. You got to have your own relationship. You got to become your own person. Can't find your identity in somebody else's book. Somebody else's words. Only in God's words. His words is the truth. That doctrine, that Bible is the truth. You got to sacrifice your life and the things that you love to do. Give it to God. Allow him to redirect you. Allow him to realign you. What it is that he has written. That he has spoken over your life before the foundations of the world. Before it's too late. When you experience death, it's for a reason. To let you know, people are temporary. God is eternal. The one you need every day of your life. Nothing is forever without God. If God is not in it, oh, it's going to be confusion. Oh, it's going to be drama. Oh, you're going to go through those things because you're sacrificing things to the wrong people, wrong places. So I don't know who needs to hear this message, but Holy Spirit allowed to go forth to will.